Hey y'all, it's your girl JV. Hi, Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2021. It's interesting. It's been interesting. Oh man, Sun, Moon, and Rising video. Everything is coming soon. Flowing out as it flows out. I've been able to tap in today. I have been taking time to rejuvenate myself, as I feel like all of you should be as well. Taurus season is all about the senses, and one of these senses that we all do have access to is intuition and common sense. We all have access to it. Not everybody strives for it, or not everybody had it instilled in them from a young age, but either way, this season, I'm only really giving important, really important, or what I feel like are important astrological notes, because it's just like, it's time for us to tap into our intuition. It's time to tap into our flow. It's time to tap into our gut feelings, figuring out like what we need to do to get quiet enough so that we can tell which voice is ours versus which voice is our best friends, which voice is society's condition, which voices are parents. There's just a need to really get still. That's coming through big time. And getting still and listening to our intuition so we can really do our part to take advantage of the resources that are already available to us. Like, it's time that I'm trying to reference my notes, but I'm also flowing, because that's how we all need to be, in a state of flow, but aware, whatever that means for you. I think situationally we need to be more aware, being more self-aware. That's definitely something that Aries season gave us the opportunity to really tap into, is like, who the fuck are you? And now that we're in the season of it's time to tap into what is available to you that you can really maximize upon, monetize even, create, co-create, plant, harvest. It's just time to tap into you using everything that's available to you, and your senses are resources. So, like, can you read the room? You know, do things make sense? Are you really thinking things through all the way, Taurus? That's like what's really coming up in this, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This Taurus stellium that's there is like, it can feel like system overload. It just can feel like a lot. And there's the Sun, Uranus, Venus, and Mercury all in Taurus right now. And so things are going your way, but just may feel like overwhelming. That's what it kind of felt like when I tapped into your energy. Also with the Scorpio full moon, there's definitely a lot of things from the past, a lot of old wounds, grudges that you've been carrying on to that are really coming up, to be resolved, coming up to be examined. Are there loads that you're carrying that you don't need to be carrying anymore? It's just because you're the bull and you can carry the weight doesn't mean that you need to be carrying it anymore. I really hope that this doesn't go sideways. Okay, good. But on May 3rd, Mercury will be leaving and moving into Gemini. And so you will get more like social and diplomatic, really just curious and explorative. And then on the 8th, Venus leaves and goes into Gemini as well. So there is some relief coming, but there's a shift really in where your attention needs to go. Interesting, Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I wrote, seeking variety can spread you too thin. Taurus. So when your ruling planet, Venus, goes into Gemini, it is going to be definitely more explorative, attracted to the intellect, to having more delicious conversations, I hear. Drawing in resolutions and making real progress. But there is this need to acknowledge some of that heaviness that you are carrying around, and that's what that full moon opposite you and in Scorpio is meant to do. But there is this purging, I feel like. Some of you maybe, even I feel like right now, in the next like week or so, there could just be aggressive, or you just may feel like aggravated. There could be just a lot of the past coming up. And it's coming up so that it's not evaded. So don't like try to sweep things under the rug. It's really time to find a new way to communicate. Work on dealing with what cups have spilled and acknowledging and being grateful for what you currently have and taking advantage of all of that's available to you to the best of your ability. Also on May 8th, you get Ceres, which is all about fertility, love, finding your natural rhythm. So I do feel like make sure that you are getting more outside, getting more out in nature. For those of us in the West, it's just now starting to warm up. The West being the west part of the United States, which is also the West. There is this warming up that's finally happening. I feel like the East has already been warm for a while. As in like the South and Florida and all that stuff, like New York. But there is this need to get outside, regardless of what the temperature is, getting more like barefoot in the ground, really exploring, even if it's just like you walking around a neighborhood, even if you can't go like camping or whatever it is. It's just like there is a need to prioritize getting outside, especially so that you can clear your head and have some really clear intentions for this new moon in Taurus that's happening on May 11th. It's like seeds of your goals that you need to plant. And there's also something coming up with new ways of self-love, finally kind of looking at the dark side of your self-care. How are you loving yourself? How are you really taking care of yourself? Are you investing in yourself more than or are you investing in other people more so than you? So either way, Taurus, take a deep breath. Hydrate. Whew. So we ask for the most useful, helpful, divinely aligned messages for Taurus. Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2021. First card out, 10 of Pentacles, and then I saw the Ace of Swords. Yes, Taurus. First card out on the Selenite throne. What's coming up to be clarified is your foundation, family. There's truth coming in, intense conversations being had in regards to family. Some of you are severing ties with family. Some of you are setting like really firm boundaries, but some of you are also having breakthroughs. Some of you I feel like are having like hearing maybe painful truths from people who you consider your family. There is something about just like abundance, wealth, togetherness, big decisions, like truths that are coming in by way of family, truths that are coming in regards to your livelihood, how you make money, people that you love, people that you commune with. There's big insight that's going to put the power back in your hand. That's going to put the ball back in your court. Interesting, because the Ace of Swords is divine insight, divine inspiration, big aha moments, really clarifying conversations. Maybe a clarifying conversation with a mother, father, a lawyer, your accountant, whoever you're in a relationship with, a romantic relationship with. There are clarifying conversations coming in that are gonna, it's like truths that help you make certain cuts, help you make certain decisions, help you act on certain inspirations, and help you really operate in a more integral place. It's interesting because Taurus, like, I don't know if y'all know that, but in the astrology world, like, people like talk about how y'all have a tendency to lie a little bit, exaggerate, stretch the truth. I think Taurus can be just as dramatic as fucking Leos. And that's not a bad thing. It's just like taking a look at that. But there is something about operating and speaking with a more clarifying truth, that the sword in the hand of the Ace of Swords and then the sword in the hand in justice, there is some empowering truth, some proclamation that is coming in or that needs to be made. So it's really important, especially these next couple weeks, that you really get clear. Some of you may be getting like protective about your family, or your family being protective about you. Of course, there's, all kinds of stuff going on. But it's really 8 of Wands. Ooh, wow. 8 of Wands with the 3 of Pentacles. Those last 2 cards. Yeah. 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So right now you guys may be in a state of like there's so much to do and you don't know where to start first. There could be a little bit of confusion, lots of daydreaming, or maybe there's something you've been manifesting or daydreaming or dreaming up. It feels very like Renaissance man, like really doing like your hand in a lot of pots, finger in all the pots, and that's very Venus and Gemini type thing. Like you trying to do everything at once. And when your ruling planet moves into Gemini on the 8th of May, you're going to really need to temper that. Just be hyper aware. I feel like I need to check the camera, Jesus. But you're going to need to really temper your focus, making sure that you are not spreading yourself too thin. There could be a lot of variety coming in, a lot of like different people that want your attention, or this also could be like check your drinking, check your consumption, make sure that you aren't over drinking, overeating, over smoking. This could be hallucinogenics, psychedelics. Like make sure you're not overdoing it. That could be something. I feel like some of you, or there could be people around you who are really trying to heal by way of plant medicine, but it could be borderline abuse. So there is this need to really tend to that and really check. For those of you who it resonates with, I would say give yourself a tolerance break. Let yourself really see if you can, and let yourself just experience that. Because for some of you, I feel like there's money on the table that you're missing. Make sure that that you don't let your mouth or your attitude or your tone really fuck with your money. Especially those of you who are like dealing with like legalities or lawyers or agents or things of that nature. It's just like big decisions are to be made, but it's like approach it with the most logical from the most logical place versus a super emotional or stubborn place. Try not to be stubborn this month. I mean, it's like try not to be yourself, but it's just like try do what you can to strive to be open-minded. Like that is something that you're allowed to keep in your mind, something that you can post on your mirror in the bathroom or in your room. There is something about like remaining open-minded, prioritizing meditation, meditating with maybe a group of people, meditating with your family, doing yoga or something with your family, really experiencing togetherness. This looks really beautiful, Taurus. So for your season, it's just like coming out thick with the abundance and feeling secure, feeling stable. And I feel like there are people who are really holding place for you or who have really held place for you, held space for you. And so now you feel really safe to communicate in a different way. But I feel like, especially if there's somebody with heavy Libra placements, there could be clashing. Maybe a Libra is coming to live with you or coming to the house, or maybe you guys are going to travel. Maybe this could be someone with heavy Libra or another Taurus. But either way, justice at the center of the reading says that fairness. And that fairness is going to be a big theme. Make sure that you stand up for what you feel like is fair, that you don't just sweep disrespect under the table. Make sure that we're going to dive into this in the plunge, which will be available on Patreon. So I'm going to give you the most. But either way, justice at the bottom of the deck, justice at the center of the reading is balance is being restored. And balance is being restored by way of you making a really logical decision. A logical decision that comes in about your abundance. Also needing to really, Taurus, prioritize your spending habits. Look at your relationship to money and budgeting, making sure that you're not overspending, spending on stuff that doesn't matter. Some of you, there is a gift, or this could be, of course, like birthday money, birthday gifts, things of that nature coming in. But spend it wisely, use it wisely, use it to, some of you I feel like are needing it for court fees, or maybe there are tickets that came in. Some of you using that money to go to school or to get some kind of certification or to appeal something. There could be, this is good. Like if there are those of you who are having like legal issues or stuff going on, I feel like stuff is going in your favor. Some of you like are winning appeals, or there could just be money coming into you that is unexpected. But there is a need to wield the power that comes in wisely. For some of you, it's not money that comes in. For some of you, it's information. For some of you, there's like a harsh conversation possibly that you're having with someone with heavy Libra, Taurus, or air placements. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, excuse me. Like stuff's coming up. Like there is this, Mars is in Cancer, so everybody's like really, really sensitive and moving more passive aggressively than necessary. But, we all have to experience the full spectrum. But there is something about getting a clearer view. Some of you have the opportunity to go to the mountains and you need to. There is clarity for you in the mountains, meditating in the mountains, meditating in just somewhere alone, crisp air. There also could be what's coming in towards the closer that we get to Gemini season, it really feels like the pace picks up. Things are coming in. There is information, and it's also like as soon as you make these decisions, this information, these conversations, whoever that you're having it with, it may be with family, your announcements from your company, from your day job, from your side hustle, thing like abundance coming in, or maybe stuff happening that makes you want to move away or distance yourself from a company or certain people, or people being that way with you. But either way, the power, the information, the conversation that comes in, it frees you up to make a very big decision. And we're going to take a look at this, but it frees you up to make some fair decisions for yourself. Because I feel like some of you, there are people who are talking to you, like you're just not getting what you want from certain people. You're not getting the response that you want, or you're not feeling like accepted from certain people. And it's just like, go where the love is. For some of you, it's just like spending more time with your actual like blood family. For some of you, it's spending more time with your actual chosen family. And there is this need to really get comfortable with establishing healthy boundaries for yourself. And so that you can make big decisions, and so that you can really trust yourself. Whenever you enforce your boundaries, you are taking another step deeper into self-trust. And the more you trust yourself, the more you can operate in faith, and the universe can really make decisions and make moves for you, and you won't get so shook, so scared because of the fast pace that stuff comes in. For some of you, I feel like you've been through a period of feeling alone, or like struggling with friend groups, or feeling accepted or something. And what comes in is people you can really collaborate with. Really, what's coming in is a new foundation, something solid, something sound that you can really build upon. And that's fucking beautiful for your season. There are very specific seeds that you need to plant. I also, Taurus, before we get into the plunge, should there be any like big hiccups, be careful trying to like YouTube handyman, do everything, fix everything yourself. Make sure if push comes to shove, it's time to ask a professional. For some of you, there is something about going to therapy, letting yourself be open to speaking to a therapist. I do feel like there is a therapist that is really fair, non-biased, someone that you can really trust to come in, that you need to seek out. Some of you, it's just like some of you I feel like have been trying to solve your issues a certain way, handle things on your own. And at this stage in the game, it's just like, everybody's in therapy, boo, just do it. It's fashionable at this fucking point. Like, I'm serious. So don't let yourself miss out on healing because you're being stubborn or prideful. If the opportunity comes in for you to do some kind of healing, do it. Invest in self-massage, and also invest in going and getting a massage, getting Reiki, getting into yoga, moving your body, getting out in motion, either way. Because I do feel like some of you, it's like things financially have been great, but things may not have been the best spiritually or mentally. And there is some insight coming in that's going to give you some really great language for how to move forward, how to sever certain ties, how to really communicate effectively and make some fair decisions. And understand that, Taurus, there are some of you who actually were very wronged. Like, you have been wronged. And there is language coming in. So some of you need to be writing, need to be articulating, need to be doing what you can to communicate your truth and communicate your experience, be it poetry, journaling, actually talking to a therapist or talking to someone or talking to a judge. Some of you were wronged and you need to pursue it legally. that's coming through for some of you. Don't be afraid to pursue it legally. Things will go in your favor. Don't let these motherfuckers get away with shit. And that's not for everybody. But for some of you, you have some truth to say, and you need to really stop suppressing your trauma with alcohol or drugs or whatever it is, and you need to actually really articulate that. And there is now, I feel like what's coming in is someone or a group of people that is really able to hold a safe and safe space, create safe space, creating a safe environment for you to really heal. Or that's something that you guys are doing in your business, maybe pursuing creating a safe place for people to heal in some way. So that for some of you, you could be beautifying your office or working from home or offering services that really help make people feel safe in some way. And there is a need to invest in that and investing in telling your truth, because the pace is about to pick up and there are new foundations to be laid, and you don't have time to do anything but take the high road at this point. I love you. Let's get into it. All right, Taurus, let's get into it. I really just feel like there are some... I just heard, I got a new attitude. I feel like there's stuff that's coming in, insight, conversations, awarenesses that are really going to lead to you making some healthier choices. Some understandings coming in that lead to different kinds of decisions being made, really going forward. Now I want to tap into, please clarify the 10 of Pentacles for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2021. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! I don't even know if I said that in the other video. Oh man. Well, happy birthday. Just because of that, I'm going to put it out. I'll put this out on YouTube free. Which is what I should probably do for this season anyway. I'm not taking all that. That was way too much. But it does look like... No, I'm not taking all that. Please clarify. And thank you for clarifications of the 10 of Pentacles. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2021. What I do recall seeing, though, was a 6 of Swords. So I do feel, ooh. And then that just, it's interesting because it came out and it like balanced. It just like stuck there and I had to grab it to get it off. It was interesting. So some of you may be feeling stuck, maybe feeling immobilized, feeling, what's that word? Suspended. There may be someone with heavy Pisces placements that you consider family, or is like you're feeling stuck with, or they are feeling stuck. There may be someone with heavy Pisces placements that you're just needing to really talk to. They may be feeling stuck, maybe not feeling like themselves. But either way, some of you are stuck in a house or in a living situation, or feeling stuck. Maybe you're living back with your parents. But you're not stuck necessarily. There is insight to be gained from this uncomfortability. I do feel like some of you, I just heard self-sabotage. There is something about really looking at your habits, Taurus. What are you doing what decisions are you making that are unhealthy or are perpetuating unhealthy versions of yourself? There is something about like I feel like you're in the situation that you're in now so that you can ultimately step into the highest version of yourself, but there is a need to like look at your traditions and values. Have you been like straying away from that in some way? Are you there is maybe something about commitment, feeling or maybe an ex a wife or a partner, maybe you're considering marriage, maybe this is an ex uh or an ex partner or something that you may be feeling stuck with in some way. But there is, and that's not for all of you, but there is something about feeling like stuck or bound from tradition, needing to break free from tradition. I just had deja vu. Needing to like break free from tradition. And the way that you can get yourself unstuck is by education, by studying, by meditation, by really seeking out to be really fair. I feel like some of you are feeling really judged this season. There could be all eyes on you. Some of you, maybe there's something about going back to school or studying, or like you need to tell your family about your decision about maybe to go to a different college or a different school or to pursue a different kind of career. Then, they want, some of you may be breaking free, doing something really unconventional. Please clarify the Ace of Swords. Some of you may be doing something really unconventional and you're needing to maybe confess or tell the truth to your parents. Some of you may be, or to your parents or to people that like matter in some way. There could be just also confessing. There could be like things that you have to say that you don't want to say to people. Conversations about the past. Conversations coming in about, there is something about substance abuse for some of you. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's like, for some of you, there's conversations and insight that are coming in about people that have passed away or people that have, broken your heart or hurt you, or maybe there were third-party situations, maybe someone overdosed in some way, or there was something about, I feel like there's realizations coming in that if some of you don't take it real careful, you could really be on a destructive path. And it's time to really tap into that throat chakra, Taurus, and to really express these swords, express the scars that are still on your heart so that you can really move forward, be done with it, make new and better decisions. Please clarify justice, because in justice at the center of the deck is just like there is just a need to balance your personal opinions maybe with like the pace. There may be somebody with heavy Libra or Taurus placements coming in that you're needing to like settle a score with or just be really honest with. Please clarify justice. How is this manifesting for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2021? Please clarify. Of course, it flies all the way over there. There is something about like you were making choices that were really going against your health. Some of you may be saying something to someone with Libra or Taurus placements about their health, about the way that they're not treating themselves well. Just be careful about hurting people's feelings. Really make sure that you're taking people's feelings into consideration. But either way, if it's not communication to someone else, there is some kind of insight. Some of you, I feel like, in some way have let yourself go and are like, no, now I understand, like, I was hurt, I was going through a lot, there was a lot that I just hadn't dealt with emotionally. Now you're finding the language to really talk about it and articulate your feelings and emotions to yourself. There is something about like putting your crown back on, Taurus. Really putting the crown back on. There is like As above, so below, really tending to your shadow, tending to your darkness so that you can really project a real version of this new healed self. Not just like projecting, oh, I'm this, the way that you want to feel. There is this like freedom that comes once you really tend to whatever pain or regret that you have been holding on. I feel like some of you pursued something legally and you knew that you shouldn't have. And so there is some kind of like, I don't know, issues going on with yourself that you're really needing to clear up within yourself, because the pace is picking up and you don't need to take all of this emotional baggage with you where you're going. Please clarify the 8 of Wands for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2021. Happy birthday, baby. Hey. The 8 of Wands says that the pace is picking up. There's stuff coming in, justice coming in, collaboration coming in, a new team, a new tribe, new people to kick it with, new people to really progress and build with. I also feel like make sure that you are not, it's like what's coming in is clarity and insight. The blindfold coming off. You being aware, therefore, of all the resources, opportunities, and variety that is available to you. But make sure that you don't get tempted into the variety and just doing the same thing over again. Make sure that you're making new choices that put you in a position to break the old habit, break the old cycle. For real. Please clarify the 3 of Pentacles. Because the 9 of Wands says that what's coming in is an end of a cycle of, there may be an ending of a cycle with a fire sign, or an ending of a cycle with something that you put in a lot of like passion or energy into. Queen of Cups. So there may be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio coming in, someone that you're able to build with, someone that has heavy water placement, someone that's really creative. You may be going to visit or you're needing to collaborate with this person. One more card for the 3 of Pentacles, please, because this feels really like efficient. Ooh, Page of Pentacles. Yes, there is a water sign or somebody with heavy water placements, maybe even like a grand water trine in their chart that you need to be building with. And some of you, I feel like this is, ooh, look at that! Bottom of the deck, Empress. Yes, you really coming into yourself. Started from the bottom so you can get there. There's no shame in developing a skill from the start. I just posted something. It's like, be brave enough to suck at something new, especially if it's something that you're passionate about or something that you have a creative idea about, or this could be a new relationship. This could be a new friendship. There is something also about I do feel like some of you aren't needing to necessarily prioritize relationships right now. By the way, shout out to Black Metal Crystals for hooking your girl up with the realist. Where there's just, look at this. You guys will, Taurus, you'll appreciate this. Amazonite, blue tiger's eye or hawk's eye. Yes, you can see all the goodies, labradorite. And then this beautiful opalite. It's just, it's good. Yes, at Black Metal Crystal. She's a Virgo, a fellow earth sign. So maybe that's something coming in for you guys. Maybe something with crystals, maybe something with jewelry. Either way, the Empress adorns herself. So there could be, some of you are maybe getting into wrapping crystals, maybe a business with that, or collaborating or investing in that. Make sure you do your research. Whatever creative endeavor or passion project that you are starting or initiating, put in the research. so that you can really boss up for real. Ooh, I saw the Ace of Wands. Boss up for real, turn your back, close the chapter, and take a hold of the magic wand and manifest whatever the fuck you want. That dream bomb boss fucking life that you deserve and only really you can manage. I love you. You got this.